What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while since I've posted up a video, except for the recent feature done by Lee Media. So if you haven't seen that, definitely go back to the channel. I'll link it down in the description below. Check that out. The work that Lee did is awesome, and I'm super pumped to have that video. So I'm on the way home right now. I just left the powder coaters here locally, so I haven't really put up a video because I want to make sure that when I put up a video, there's content that's worth watching. So I almost shot a couple of videos where I was basically just talking about different things that were coming up, and I didn't really have anything to show you. So I have some things to actually show you now. So we'll talk about a few different things. Probably gonna keep this video a little bit short today, but I'm excited to show you guys the powder coating on the different parts that I pulled off the engine, including redoing the powder coat on the turbocharger kit charge pipe. So check it out when we get to the house. All right, guys, we are back at the house, but before we get started, I wanted to show you that we got the tires dismounted off of the Nismo wheels. So if you haven't been following me on Instagram, and I may have mentioned it on a couple of old videos, I'm actually switching and getting a new set of wheels. So if you've been tracking this at all, these are 19 by 10.5, but this is the square setup. So these are 4 rear wheels, all plus 23 on your offset. So I do have a couple of interested people that basically messaged me on Instagram, but if you are looking for a set of these, let me know. I'm asking $2,000 plus shipping, and they don't include tires. I'm gonna reuse these tires. So if this is an interest, let me know. Send me a message, look me up on Instagram at Zora the Z33, and we will get you set up. So on to the powder coating. All right, so we got a few different things powder coated. Some of the first is the strut bar. Some fingerprints on it, but we just did these in a gloss black. So I'll walk this in here if you guys can see a little bit better under some light. This thing was in a little bit of rough shape. So previously when I had a plenum spacer, you can kind of maybe see these little divots right here. It's from the hood. But this was a polished color, but I wanted to go with a gloss black. Now I bought this carbine strut bar probably about 7 years ago or so, and I lived in a different state. And I've moved about 3 or 4 times since then. But something I was super pumped about when I got moved into my new house was I still had the original paperwork that came with it and a fresh carbine decal. So this decal will go right here in the center. It'll look really crisp, and it's gonna look really good with the color of the piping that I did for the turbo kit. So I actually got these couplers. They were really dirty and beat up, as you can imagine, over a period of about 10 or 12 years. I mean, these things just got a lot of use, and I think I still got a little wear on them, but I basically took all these guys, put them down here in this bucket, put some Dawn dish soap in it, and just gave them a really good scrub. So those look pretty good, and of course I can always get replacements when I need. Coolant surge tank for coolant overflow. So this was a wrinkle black, but it was beat up pretty bad. And I just did a real simple gloss black, same as the strut bar, because you're really gonna hardly see this. The way this is mounted inside the engine bay, if you've ever seen one, you're just not really gonna spot it. And I'm actually gonna have the guy that's doing the engine work, he asked if I wanted to do any dress up on the motor while it was out, while he had it. And I think I'm gonna do probably a subtle wrinkle black on the timing cover. So that way all the different colors and polished parts that I do still have will pop, and it'll look really good in the engine bay. All right, so check this out. So while I was standing here, I decided to go ahead and put that decal on because I was super pumped to see how it looked with the gloss black. And I think it turned out great. Check it out. There it is. A lot of reflection in there, but let's see if we can get a little bit. Yeah. It just looks super great with the gloss black on there. I think that's really gonna pop in the engine bay. Basically the gloss black's gonna match the car, and then we're gonna have all the other stuff in there. And man, that turned out awesome. I've literally had this sticker probably since 2000. I was trying to think about this a while ago, and I bet you it's probably since 2013 when I actually bought this piece, and I've had it a while. It's really cool because it has a, here, check this out. It has an integrated master cylinder brace, just built into the driver's side. So this goes inside that brake booster compartment, and this has this little guy that screws right in there. There's some threads on the back here, and this goes in there, and this basically just gives you that support that on the master cylinder. Because if you're familiar with any of the products that Z1's released recently, I guess it's been a little while they've had it, but they have a master cylinder brace, and under heavy braking, that firewall can actually flex. There's some videos out there that show it, and I've had this for a long time. Really good pedal feel and no issues. So definitely check out their product, and if you can find a carbine strut bar, grab one of those too. All right, guys, so I'm standing on the driveway because I wanted you to see this in the daylight the first time I show it to you. Check it out. Here it is. This is called Cheater Blue. And it's a transparent blue over the top of chrome, I believe is what they did. And man, it just looks awesome. I'll show you the other pieces over here in the garage underneath some just standard bench light, but I wanted you guys to be able to check this out in the daylight. All right, guys, here's the other pieces. So it's a super deep, shiny blue, almost purple in the shade, which is, I think is awesome. So what they told me they had to do is they do the base coat of chrome, and then you do one layer of the transparent blue. It ended up being a little bit too bright. So you don't want it to be too bright. I didn't want it like pop in your face, really bright royal blue. I wanted it a real deep, I mean, good example, actually. I just looked up, check this out. So you see how bright this blue is? Like, this is not what I wanted to go for. I mean, even this Teflon tape blue is not what I wanted, see? So it's definitely darker, it's glossy. It's gonna look really good when you get some shade casted on it with the hood up. And then of course, you guys saw it out in the sun. It looks awesome. Guys, so one more angle, I brought them all outside into the sun so you could see them because that light inside really just is not quite bright enough to really show you how great it looks. So I think this color is gonna really do well, and it's gonna pop out of the engine bay real nice. I don't know if the camera can even really pick it up, but it's got a really nice, I mean, what I told them was an anodized blue is basically what we were going for. And man, I just think it turned out great. So I'm actually super pumped with how that turned out. A huge thanks to my buddy Nick. He actually is the one that talked me into doing a blue, and we were kind of going for an anodized blue, a dark looking blue, and I really think that they knocked it out of the park. So that blue piping matched with the gloss black strut bar, the wrinkle black timing cover, and then all the other dress up pieces and parts that are in the engine bay. I think it's gonna look really good. So I hope you guys thought this is cool. Let me know your comments. I'm super pumped to see how this all comes together. Of course, I kept all the wrapping and everything to just wrap this all back up because it's gonna be a little while. I expect to get the engine back. Let me think. I wanna be optimistic, but I also wanna be realistic. So I have a dear buddy that's doing all the disassembly, timing, and reassembly and all those types of things. But we had to source us a good shop that would do, that uses torque plates, that do all the boring, the honing, and hopefully a shop that has worked with the VQ motors before. So we found one out of Texas, and the engine is either there today or it's on its way there, and it'll be there really soon. So once we get that back, we're nearing the finish line on having everything I need in the garage to put everything back together and actually get this installed. So it's a small, arduous, small little pieces and parts over time, and then it's an arduous, long process and a journey. So the next video, I'm probably going to talk about fuel, and I'm going to talk about a power steering solution that I had to sort out that I got through Chase Bays. So I want to walk you guys through each component of those kits and let you check it out, because if you're on the same path as me and you're trying to boost your VQ, and if you're doing, I guess, what they call I guess it's a top mount, whatever the momentum kit is, it mounts it right there in the front next to the driver's headlight. So with that comes a lot of different ways you can route your charge piping, your cold side piping, and then sometimes you encounter a little bit of issues. So one of mine with the momentum kit is figuring out what I'm gonna do with the power steering, because when I bought the kit used, of course, there was some, I'd say it was about 90%. There's a couple of small things here and there because I'm probably, from the sound of it, I'm at least the third owner, so maybe the fourth and beyond. So anyways, I hope you liked the video. Hope you liked the powder coat. Let me know what you think, and I will keep uploading as I get more stuff to show you guys. So thanks for checking it out. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to have more and more content as things get into the garage and it's starting to go back together. So thanks for sticking around. We'll catch you next time.